Namaste. Welcome to the Everyday Thought from the Speaker's Yoga Diary, Volume 2, Day 85. Friends, we have been examining the most fundamental question: what is being spiritual? We have done that part in the last 5 videos. Let's continue our discussion on this vital question: what is being spiritual? Many sects, beliefs, gurus, and cults have given their own version of being spiritual. They have given their own methodology as to how to become spiritual, how to lead a spiritual life. But the speaker is cautioning the viewers. We should not divide life into compartments like spiritual and non spiritual. This dichotomy, this division is causing us a lot of confusion. Life can never be divided into compartments, watertight compartments, say spiritual and non spiritual or material. Life is a single, indivisible, and distinct unit. The speaker is sorry to use that word unit. Life is single, it is indivisible, it is distinct, unique, and singular. It cannot be cut into pieces like cake. Therefore, we must look at life as it is. Let's not divide this human life into this or into that and then start examining it. Such a kind of looking at life in watertight compartments will defeat the very purpose of our examining what is being spiritual. So we need to exercise care on this. Look at life as it is without dividing it into parts. When we use the word spiritual, the speaker is feeling sorry for using this word spiritual because we have been taught like that. The culture that we have imbibed from outside is responsible for all this jargon, for this division, for this confusion, for making this life problematic and complicated. Right from our childhood, we have been taught like this. Therefore, when we grow, when we face unforeseen eventualities in our life, when we become panic, when we run here and there, and the gurus will tell that what you have been leading a life is responsible for the state or condition or predicament, crisis. Therefore, the gurus will say, switch over to another part of life which is different. So we think there is something else other than what has been experienced by us, which is totally different. Or eventually we fall trapped in that. The speaker is cautioning the listeners. The speaker has been emphasizing repeatedly in his talk after talk that what is needed at this hour is to develop that awareness. You cannot get awareness outside of this biology. It's not available outside because the question here is who has to develop awareness? You. Awareness is already there, but you need to integrate yourself with that state of awareness. That is what the speaker has been trying to say in all his discourses. Oh, there is no need to put any extra effort or follow any technique or method or approach. You won't get anything. On the other, you may get something, but that is illusory. Oh, we all live in illusions. Oh, awareness is with you. All that is needed is that you need to turn the whole attention from outside to this body and mind. Then you will see a difference in your living. You will see the kind of awareness that is slowly coming out. This awareness is very important, not the awareness of the outside. We are conscious of doing this and that in order to please our ego, in order to fulfill our expectations, or in order to fulfill our desires. That is different. So we are moving out from this to the outside, neglecting or ignoring this entire system. And without this system, we cannot live in this world. Therefore, the awareness has to start from here. That is what the speaker is meant to be. When he uses the word spiritual within the quote, what is being spiritual? No need to get frightened. No need to get scared. No need to become panic. The speaker is not giving any method or technique. No. He's simply asking you to turn your attention from the outside to the inside. We are paying so much attention to the outside world, ignoring the body and mind here. Therefore, we are creating more problems for us. So, being spiritual is nothing but developing awareness, more and more awareness. When you become more and more aware of your body and mind, then we become more and more introvert, more and more spiritual. That is, you will become quiet, calm, sober. All that restlessness, frustrations, depression, agony will subside, will come down. But this awareness will spring only when you turn your attention in silence. Because when you turn your attention outside, it will become noisy, it will become chaotic. Sometimes it becomes very violent. We indulge in violent actions in order to fulfill our expectations. But in this case, as you turn to your body and mind, then all those restlessness, desires that are causing frustration and depression in you, anxiety, agony, will come to a state of rest. Even without your being conscious of it, all those will subside automatically. All that is required is to watch. Watch eternally. From this watching in silence, awareness comes out. Awareness grows. It blooms like a lotus. And this is what is known as meditation. The purpose of meditation is to build this awareness. But there is no need to sit in some place crossed leg with our back straight and neck straight. We need not do that. That's not called meditation. Meditation is nothing but being aware of. Should you have to do that to develop that awareness by means of sitting in a place cross legged? As long as you sit in that position, in that posture, then thoughts eventually come and clash. Then you battle with those thoughts because some guru says that stop those thoughts. Oh, you stop. You try to stop those thoughts forcibly. So the conflict arises. And this conflict will go on as long as you sit in that posture. Even if it is 45 minutes, even if it is for 60 minutes, the battle will go on. And you'll get tired of it. And then you will abandon it one day. What is all this, you will say? And that is what we have been taught. Do it like that. No. Meditation is to build that awareness which the speaker has been talking in the last 5 to 6 discourses. All that you need to do is to watch in silence. This watching in silence is what is known as meditation. You can do that anywhere, any place, any time. It need not be only in the morning for 50 minutes or 40 minutes, or in the evening for 50 minutes or 40 minutes. No. The speaker is saying that that awareness should happen around the clock. Every minute, every moment, you need to be aware. When you build up that awareness, but that awareness will come only when you turn your attention to this body and mind. Meditation is moving away from outside to the inside. moving away from the objective world to this body and mind. When you turn your attention from the outside world to this body and mind, then you will develop awareness. That is what is meditation. The speaker is hopeful that the listeners have followed this. Let's make it very clear. Meditation is nothing but building up that awareness. So that awareness arises only in watching, watching silently. This watching silently is what is known as meditation. You can watch anything, not only this body and mind. You can watch any object and thing. You can watch a bird. You can watch a tree. You can watch a flower. You can watch a piece of cloud, how it is moving in the sky. You can watch the beautiful sunset, every phenomenon that is happening in nature, but watch in silence without bringing any past knowledge here, without bringing any thought here, without interpreting that what is being seen, without commenting on that object which is seen, without making any value judgment on that particular thing which is seen. Simply watch, watch in silence. When you watch in silence, language disappears. When language disappears, thought also disappears. Only the silence remains. Because there is no thinking. Thinking happens in the presence of thoughts. But thoughts are not there because you are simply watching the object. You are simply watching the object without questioning what is it? Why is it happening like this? Why is the, the, the color of the flower like this? Why is this flower blue? Or why is that flower pink? Don't question. Don't make any such questions. The moment you question, you miss that beautiful moment of watching in silence. When all that stop, that questioning, that investigation stops between you and the object outside you, then a real communication takes place between you and the object that is seen. And that communication takes place in silence. And this communication you cannot name. You cannot name it because there is no language here. The language is not coming here. It is simply watching in silence. And everything is getting transmitted between you and the object. The object transmits what it has. The subject, that is you as a seer, receives all that is given by that object in silence. And this communication, when it happens in silence between you and the object, that is known as awareness, and that is what is known as meditation. I hope the listeners have followed this particular point. Watching in silence, when you watch something in silence, great transmission takes place between you and the object. And this interaction is not through a medium or a code, because the moment medium or a code comes between you and the object, then awareness goes away. Then your watching in silence also goes away. Then meditation is not happening. Something else is happening. Something else is helping you develop some knowledge from that object, from your seeing of that object. So, what you derive from that kind of seeing with the help of some medium or code is knowledge. And where there is knowledge, there is no meditation, there is no awareness. Knowledge cannot, where there is knowledge, there is no awareness. Where there is no awareness, there is no meditation. Meditation is watching everything in silence, in utter silence, without the medium, without any code, any language. And this you can do anywhere, everywhere, anytime, any place. You don't need to sit in one place, crossed leg. That's not called meditation. The purpose of meditation is to develop that awareness deeper. Only when you develop that awareness, that state of awareness, you will become more and more sensitive. This being sensitive is very important to live in this world. If you're not sensitive, you cannot see the suffering. You cannot accept somebody's suffering. When you become deeply sensitive, then you accept every kind of suffering, whether it comes from a bird or an animal or a human being, fellow human being. You will not distinguish it. This is human suffering, this is animal suffering. No. Then you will see that suffering becomes universal. And it is there. It is there in the bird, it is there in the jackal, it is there in the tiger, it is there in the donkey or elephant, and it is there in a human being. When an elephant gets injured, the amount of pain that the elephant undergoes is the same when human being also gets injured. There is no difference. We have the medium, we have the code, therefore we express that pain through that medium, through that code. But the elephant suffers in silence. So meditation develops that sensitiveness, but that sensitiveness comes only when you have awareness. Then you become universal. You identify yourself with the whole creation. You identify yourself with every object, everything in nature, every bird, every animal, every small, tiny creature. Not only with the human beings, with your fellow human beings, but with every creature in the whole creation. And this is what is known as meditation. Thank you very much. Namaste.